has to be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Sixers, if they play Boston first round, Celtics are a first round exit.
Oh
They're
my
going
gosh, you are
bye.
insane.
And all 4 games that they lost in the ALCS were in Houston, the only place that they were cheating.
I don't care.
The same way he's been playing, it doesn't matter. If Sam Darnold has that coaching staff and that playbook, he's a better player. We saw it in the last 5 weeks of the NFL regular season last year, and we're going to see it this entire season.
Hang on.
Wait,
Kawhi Leonard is just a tad better than LeBron James. After he won
welcome
the
back to
championship-
Go Chat. Welcome back to another episode. We are on episode number 7.
Welcome back to Go Chat. We are back for episode 17. First off, we would like to say a big thanks for our support on episode 16. Just one thing, 75% of you are not subscribed to the people who watched the last video. So hit that subscribe button. Please do it. Please do it. So let's just hop right into the GOAT of the Number segment where we pick who we think was the best athlete to wear the number of the corresponding episode. So we're on number 17 right now. So let's jump right into it. Connor, who do you think is the GOAT of the number 17?
Just before I give my GOAT, just another little disclaimer here. We did post a special episode yesterday called The Tribe Call. It was with my friend Aiden Boehm. It's our first installment. Please send us DMs if you want to get your own Tribe Call. We are open. Talk about anything sports you guys want to. Also, Go to the Number is sponsored by 1306 Sports. Great sports content. Head over there for anything else you would like to say. All right, 17 here. Colorado Rockies, Todd Helton. He's a great first baseman there in the league. He played 20-plus years. He was a 5-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove, 4-time Silver Slugger. He had a batting title, over a 300 overall batting average, and 369 home runs. Great stats there from a great player.
Okay, Connor. Good choice. Tommy, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Todd Helton too. It was a great pick by Connor. Todd Helton, he was outstanding there at the Rockies. And, a lot of people always try to say that his numbers are a little inflated because of the altitude there in Colorado. Obviously, the ball carries a little more than most ballparks. But you have to respect what he did. I mean, Connor gave the stats. He was really solid over there for the Rockies throughout his entire career. And he was good at at first base too. He won 3 Gold Gloves. Borderline Hall of Famer. I'm not sure if he's quite going to get there. But he had good stats. He was really solid. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Todd Helton for the GOAT of the number 17.
Okay, Tommy, sticking with baseball, I see. We'll swing it over to Matt. What do you think, Matt?
I'm going to go with John Havlicek. I'm not going to pick a baseball player. I haven't since Derek Jeter, and that's probably the last time I'm going to. But John Havlicek is a 13-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA. He was Rookie of the Year in 1963, 8-time NBA champ, 8-time All-Defensive, and he was also the Finals MVP in 1974. And, yes, he was a Hall of Famer. So if he's representing this number, he should definitely be a Hall of Famer. That's why I'm going with John Havlicek. Mike, take us away.
That's a great choice, and I definitely have to agree with you. John Havlicek is 100% the GOAT of the number 17. I mean, what separates him from Todd Helton is the 8 championships and the Hall of Fame title. Todd Helton doesn't really come close to that. Yes, he had some good years, being a Gold Glover and a Silver Slugger. 5-time All-Stars, it's okay, but it's not fantastic. John Havlicek, he was a 13-time All-Star, 11-time NBA. So not only was he an All-Star, he was one of the best in the NBA. So I think he's just on a completely different level than Todd Helton is.
I would just want to say that 17 was an incredibly hard number to find. There wasn't a lot of true talent coming out of the number 17. I mean, I searched it up, and the first name I got was Phillip Rivers. He has more talent making kids than playing football.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Of course you did that. No, he was a decent. He wasn't that bad.
He was pretty good. He was better than Eli Manning, in my opinion, talent-wise. Obviously, that did not translate to wins on the football field.
No, but it's the team around him, too,
Yeah, no, the Chargers were horrible in San Diego. But for those who that get that Anchorman reference, I love you very much. But anyways, John Havlicek definitely stands out for me here. He's by far the best number 17, in my opinion.
And
Yeah.
you also don't want to take the Hall of Fame out of contention yet for Todd Helton because he is still on the ballot. So he still has that chance to get in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Well, when he gets in the Hall of Fame, maybe we can come back. But I still think Havlicek takes the cake.
I mean, I'm interested to see as we get higher in the numbers. It's going to be much harder. I'm interested to see the future, what we have here.
And start picking offensive linemen.
I know that'll be interesting, especially for Tommy. I don't know if baseball goes really high.
Oh, we have some good ones. 99 going with Aaron Judge over Wayne Gretzky.
If you guys did not see the post that we posted yesterday, 1 or 2 days ago, 1306 Sports sent us a meme of I'll just post it here now. So you guys see it. It's hilarious. Thought you guys would love this. It definitely represents Tommy 100%. So
yeah, that was the best.
Except let's not discredit those 2 times that Tommy went with Tom Brady and Stan the Man Musial.
That is true. And, next week I think I am going to go the football player, so we'll see. But I don't know. Might have to go with Didi, though. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Hey, he had some good years with the Yankees.
Yeah,
we also saw
we'll get into that.
We got number 18 coming up next week. You guys have any last-minute comments here before we move into our main topic?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to be talking about COVID in sports next. Welcome back to Coach Chat here. So we are going to be talking about another relevant topic here, which is COVID in sports, and more specifically the testing to start off this conversation in the MLB. There have been teams who have been able to practice because they got their tests back really early. There have been teams who have had to cancel practices because they don't have tests back. And there's been players such as Chris Bryant who speaks out saying that he doesn't feel safe on the field. And then you have other players like Nick Markakis and Buster Posey who have already opted out. And then Mike Trout's considering opting out. So, I mean, all these big names are going down and some of these bigger teams aren't being able to practice. I mean, how close are we actually going to get before these teams start saying that a full team isn't going to play? Tommy, what do you think? You're a baseball guy.
Yeah, well, you said it, Connor. I mean, it's a real issue with baseball. The testing's it hasn't been what it needs to be for them to play in a safe way. And, the competitive advantage is a part of it too, because like you said, there's teams that haven't been able to practice. I think Oakland, Washington, they were some of the teams that weren't able to practice because of it. And the Angels too. There was, I think it was last Sunday, the Angels were scheduled to be tested. And I guess the company didn't even show up to test them. And, that's just something that can't happen if this is going to work. And, one thing that I think about as a Yankee fan is earlier in the week, they said there were some questions about Aroldis Chapman's test. They had to look into it further. And then he was cleared to play. But then on Thursday, he tested positive for the virus, wishing him a speedy recovery. But, we'll have to see what happens with that. If, he thought he was okay and then he spread it to other teammates, only time will tell with that. But, it's an issue that I think needs to be solved until, we can be more confident that they're going to play this full season because – the players have to be safe, their families have to be safe, and it's just something that the league has to work on.
My biggest concern with this is these players aren't getting tested on a regular basis, and then they're going out there and they're touching the same baseballs as their teammates and their coaches and high-fiving and doing all this type of stuff. I mean, how many people are getting infected, even if they are asymptomatic? You have no idea. It's this July 23rd and this entire season with the lack of testing, it's starting to look a little grim in my opinion. What do my guys Matt and Mike think down here?
Well, I just don't understand why they aren't testing as much as they can. You know what I mean? I feel like Manfred has to be more stern about the testing. Obviously this is a pandemic. This has taken over the whole world. So I think Manfred really has to make a better system to where the players can get tested much more often, on a much more frequent basis, right? because what's going on right now is just not working. And you could see that with some of the players opting out. But I think at the end of the day, the players won't opt out. They all want to play baseball. I mean, you could just scroll through a bunch of the players' Instagrams. Like I look at Pete Alonso's Instagram all the time as I follow him, and he's just hyped for baseball to be back. Like, and it's kind of weird how when one NBA player, Rudy Gobert, he gets tested positive, the whole NBA shuts down, right? But when there are like 30 players in the NHL and 30 players in the MLB, 30 players in the NBA who test positive for COVID, it's like not really a big deal anymore. It's really not taboo. Players understand that they're at the risk of getting COVID, and I think that just comes with, it's just the risk that comes with accepting the season to play. It's going to be impossible for everyone to avoid it. So it's either you're in or you're out. And you said that Trout's thinking about sitting out. I don't think he's going to sit out. I mean, the Angels have a chance to do something special this year, make the playoffs. Who knows what's going to happen. But I think the MLB definitely has to have a better testing system.
Yeah, I agree with Mike on that. You look at the NBA and seems like they have all this high-tech stuff. They have like a ring that says you have symptoms. I have no idea. So I think they're doing a very precautious job. And like Mike said, with the Rudy Gobert, they shut down like everything right away. And then when you look at all other sports, there's not a lot of sports going on right now, but the NWSL, they're all stuck in Utah and no one has had COVID. I mean, they're all just literally, what do you call it? In the bubble. I love that term, but so they're all just in the bubble there and no one has gotten the coronavirus. So I think that this MLB, it's a problem for them, and they need to get testing quicker and more readily available to the best of their ability. I know that everyone's working hard on this situation and it's not easy. So I just think that it's more so an organization problem to me.
My most concerning thing with this now is I just searched up MLB test results on Google, and I have numbers 13, 36, and 66. And those are all from 2 days ago. So what's the real number? How many players are actually positive? Is it 13 out of the 30 teams? Is it 30 out of the 30 teams? Or is it the 66? If the MLB is going to work, you have to be accurate with your numbers, and you have to be efficient. If you're going to have these tests that go positive, calculate every single one. You can't this isn't a time for guessing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you can go ahead, Tony.
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking. MLB came out with a statement. They said the other day, 2 days ago, that it was 58 players that had tested positive. But no, I agree with you. And one thing I wanted to add to what you were saying too is the players are being tested every other day, but the results have to be in a more timely fashion because somebody could have it. And then if they, if it takes a while for them to know, then they could spread it. And no, I agree with what you guys are saying. And it's something that I think will get cleaned up because, they have to if they want it to work. But no, I agree with what you guys were saying 100%.
I mean, I don't know what's wrong with the results right now. I mean, I feel like I could go to like my local, medical group, get tested for COVID, and then my results will be back in like a day or two. You know what I mean? So I don't know why the MLB is such a powerful organization can't get the test back quicker. And I don't know how they're sending the test back. Just send it back electronically. Like it's not that tough of something to do for something as powerful as the MLB. So I just don't know what the problem is. If they don't want to spend the money to do something like that, or whether it's I don't know what it is, but they have to be better with the results getting back to the players so teams can step in and take those players out of practice to prevent the spread of COVID.
There's no reason why they shouldn't be better. I mean, they waited so long to start their season. There are these other leagues that started up like the NWSL. And you look at them and they've had 0 positive cases. Look at what they're doing. The NBA is doing great with positive cases. Yes, they have their few, but still, look what they're doing. The MLS came back this past week. You don't see a lot of players testing positive there. you have to look at all these other leagues and see how they're doing, and then adapt your own way of doing that through all of those.
I mean, I wouldn't know that the MLS is actually – they're not doing that hot. I mean, they had to postpone a couple games. Nashville had to opt out, which was the same for Orlando Pride in the NWSL. But I know they postponed a game that was supposed to be played today, a game that was supposed to be played yesterday. So they're not doing the best, but I do agree that they're probably doing better than the MLB, and obviously the NBA is doing better than the MLB. But you could go ahead.
Well, and then I was just going to try to swing it over into these other sports now that every sport's dealing with this COVID crisis. So I guess we can swing it over to the NBA. They arrived in the bubble a couple days ago. They're starting up practices. What do we think about that? How efficient do we think the NBA is going to be now that all the players are together?
I love this system. I mean, well, at least the way that they're portraying it, it seems like something that's, the players want to be a part of, It's not something the NBA is forcing the players to do. The players are having fun of it. You see, like, Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out at a hotel I stayed at when I went to Disney World when I was like 10. They're just chilling outside playing cornhole, and it's just something fun to see. So I think the NBA is doing a great job. I think Adam Silver is the best commissioner in any of the 4 major leagues. So I think he put together a great plan, and I think it's gonna run smoothly. Yes, you are gonna have some positive cases, but I think because they're in a bubble, I think they'll be okay.
I think it's great too. It's kind of just – I think they should make a reality TV show out of this, like what they do when they're not practicing. Because like Ben Simmons was fishing with Josh Richardson, and they made jokes about how he threw the fish in, because whatever. But I think it's funny because – and then you find like Tobias Harris and Boban.
Oh, Boban, yeah.
Funny.
He sees Boban with Luka, and he gets it's hilarious. I think they should really make a reality TV show out of this, but I think it's also a very smart idea, and I think Adam Silver's been doing great.
Well, you definitely see that the players are having fun. I mean, every day on my Instagram page through ESPN, you always see something. Luka Doncic's already made 2 trick shots in the matter of 3 days. So, I mean, how many more trick shots are we going to see? How many more exchanges between former teammates are we going to see? It's a great – the NBA is doing a great job. The one thing I also want to say is those rings that they have, no matter how effective they are, it was a great idea. And say they are effective, establish that for the rest of the leagues, and then maybe even bring that out to the U.S. population. That could help tremendously. Tommy, what do you think on the NBA?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good plan, and I hope it works out for him. And I think it's gonna work.
No, nothing. You kind of like lagged. Nothing. Continue.
No, I was just saying I think it's a good plan. I hope it works out for him. And no, I agree with you guys. I think that by being in the bubble, it's less likely to happen. And I'm looking forward to seeing those high leverage games. I mean, it doesn't get much more exciting than that, once they start up the postseason, is going to be right after. They'll have, I think, 8 regular season games, right? And then they'll be into the postseason. So it's exciting. But.
Well, one thing I think the NBA does great, I think they do a great job of marketing their players. I feel like a lot of leagues don't do this, especially the MLB and the NHL. I think they do a horrible job. I mean, if you really look into it, the MLB and the NHL have some of the funniest players you'll ever see. I mean, I look to Keith Yandle of the Florida Panthers. He's one of the funniest guys ever. And then even for the MLB, they don't even market a possible best player of all time in Mike Trout by the end of his career. He's only 28, and he's dominating the MLB. They don't even market him, And I look at other players like, especially with my New York Mets, J.D. Davis and Dom Smith. In the spring training games when spring training was happening, they were like on the mic, and they were absolutely hilarious. They were cracking me up. And I feel like, we could get into this topic for another day, but I feel like the NHL and MLB do a horrible job of marketing their players. That's why the NBA is gaining so many viewers and so much popularity, that because they're marketing their players in such a positive way.
I would say another thing we could talk about is COVID. Is we saw over the past couple of days, college conferences just going to conference-only games. or completely canceling. Ivy League canceled. So do we think that the college athletics is being too premature with their decision, or do you think they're smart in doing what they're doing?
I think as of right now, it's a little premature. I think with this pandemic, it's been a lot of question marks with everything. I mean, like how it's transmitted, like everything's just a question mark. And I think that it could be a smart decision, but why not wait? I mean, what is it? It's July 12th. Jeez. Why not wait? I don't know, a month, not even, before you make a huge decision like that. I mean, I like what they've been doing. I like how the Big Ten. I think the all conference games will be a much safer and smart decision that they made.
This is something that's not going to be going away for a long time. It's something that us as sports fans and the athletes themselves have to adapt to. It's going to be crazy.
Well, for sure. I mean, it just all depends about where it's at. I'm saying by September, by football season.
But at this point, the only thing I care about right now is that we're 11 days away from live sports.
That's right.
The MLB, we have had live sports already with soccer, but 11 days from the MLB.
That's
Big
crazy.
opening night in Washington, Yankees Nationals.
Nationals win, start out 1-0.
No.
I mean, we were talking about funny players. I mean, like when the Yankees players say they're going to win the championship, it's just
that cracks me up.
It's like they're Kevin Hart, you know? And they said that the Astros were cheating. That's hilarious. I think, and I love the humor that these players have, and just to entertain us during this.
Oh, okay. The Yankees are some of the most humble. We have some of the most humble players. Tell me a Yankee that's arrogant. Who's going out there saying, "Oh, we're gonna win"? We're not like LeBron. Like, what was he doing? He's like, not one, not two, not three. No. No, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna play well, and we're gonna win the whole thing. I'll say it if the players won't.
Tommy, you're
on the hot take. Not really a hot take. I think they're gonna win too, but
it's not a hot take. We'll win the whole thing.
He's putting his money where his mouth is. I like it.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now.
Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Obviously it's sports, so anything can happen, especially with this Corona thing. Imagine you're in the World Series and like Garrett Cole contracts Corona or something like that. You can't pitch a Game 7.
That's awful.
That would be crazy.
Awful. But
I guess one more sport that we're missing out on is the NFL. They haven't really done a lot of things concerning the coronavirus or anything. Do you guys think that we're going to have an NFL season in September?
Well, the thing is they've had to do like virtual OTAs and mini camp and all that stuff. So I'm more concerned about the teams who are implementing new systems with new coaches and all that stuff. But I think we will have an NFL season. I'm not sure how it's going to work. Honestly, it's going to be really hard because football is such a intimate sport, and what I mean by intimate is that all the players are close together at the same time. So we'll see what happens, but I hope football is back. I want to see my Cowboys go out there and kill it, win a Super Bowl. I doubt it. Listen, American dream. I don't know why you're laughing. The Packers are going to have some trouble making the playoffs this year, buddy.
Oh my God, Mike. Why are you even talking about this right now? The Cowboys are literally the 8-8 team.
Let's stop this conversation and let's go back to our main topic. And one thing that I think was absolutely insane that the NFL did this week was they banned the jersey swapping for the season, which is okay. I get that. But if we're going to ban jersey swapping and still let these players go around there and they're going to be sweating all over each other, they're going to be tackling each other and breathing all over each other, why ban jersey swapping if we're going to allow that?
I mean, I don't get why it's such a big deal to the athletes. I get that it's fun, but no one's having a great time during this pandemic. There's going to be things that's not going to be the same, and I just think, maybe this is something that you're going to have to not be able to do. I totally get what you're talking about, but this is people they take off their helmet, they hugs, they swap the jerseys. I don't know. I get where both sides are coming at, but I think that this is something where that the players need to let go.
I definitely have to agree with you there, man. I mean, jersey swaps are cool and all, but desperate times call for desperate measures. This isn't even a desperate measure, just not a big deal. So if you get the players need to pipe down, just accept the fact that they won't be able to get another player's jersey. It's not a big deal.
They could also save the jersey and mail it to them. I mean,
yeah, do it on your own time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just an extra thing. But I get what the NFL is trying to do because, you see it in all sports. They're trying to limit contact between players as much as possible. But I do understand, like, the player's point of view, too, because, football is the most physical sport out there. And, obviously they're not social distancing while they're playing. So I get what they're saying, but I understand what the NFL is doing, and I think you got to try to limit it in any way you can to try to, prevent the spread of the virus.
Definitely have to agree with you there, Tommy. Just as long as we contain the virus, I think we'll be okay. But, obviously, as we've seen the past couple of months, that's kind of a tough thing to do. But we'll see what happens.
Any final thoughts before we head into next?
Everyone just needs to know that this is still out there, and we still just have to stay safe.
Yep, for sure. All right, we will be back with Goat Chat next. Welcome back to Goat Chat. We just had a great conversation about the coronavirus and the multiple different sports coming back in this next month. But now we are going to bring it to one of your guys' favorite segments, our signature segment, the Goat of the Week. The leaderboard is up right now, as you can see. My plea worked. I won with James Conner. He bought his mom a house. Let's all love that he bought his mom a house. And let's move
Okay, I'm going to back Mike here for a second. Maya Moore got someone out of jail, guys. Come on.
So the leaderboard, I have 2. We all have 2 except Mike, who has 3. But that's not – someone's going to tie Mike this week. That's my hot take of the week.
I don't know.
I'm going to tie
That's
it
what
up.
happens. Honestly, it's probably going to happen, But, we'll see. I have a pretty good go of the week this week, so.
Then let's hear it. Mike, who's your go of the week?
My go of the week is Peter Yan, bantamweight UFC. Oh, sorry, there's a bug that just flew right in front of my face. Anyways, Peter Yan, go of the week, 100%. He knocked out Jose Aldo. 90 seconds left in the 5th round of the bantamweight title fight. He took the bantamweight title from Jose Aldo, so he absolutely killed it against Aldo. Unfortunately, the ref stopped the fight a little too late. Jose Aldo was definitely way gone. Peter Yan just dominated him the first 4 rounds, and then he just pounced on him, finished him in the 5th round. So my go of the week is Peter Yan.
Awesome. Tommy, who's your go of the week?
Yeah, that's a good pick, but I'm going to go with Clark Schmidt of the Yankees. Of course, I'm going to go with the Yankee. He's one of the Yankees' top pitching prospects, and they've been playing some inter-squad games this week to get ready for the season, and he was outstanding. He dominated the Yankee lineup twice this week, on Monday, I believe, and then yesterday as well. He was great. He struck out Giancarlo Stanton 3 times yesterday. And, he was easily getting through the Yankee lineup, which I thought was very impressive. And the Yankees have taken notice as well. And the rosters are going to be expanded to 30 men at the start of the season. So I think that he has a chance to make the big league team out of camp. And what's even more impressive about it is that he hasn't even made it to AAA yet. So to make a jump like that from AA to the big leagues would be great. And he was great this week, so he's going to be my go of the week.
Well, if a AA pitcher is going through the Yankees lineup like that, what's going to happen when, actual MLB pitchers, start pitching the Yankees? I feel like the Yankees are going to have, the worst offense in the league. Is this a sign of things to come?
No.
What do you think, Matt?
This just in, Tommy admits that the Yankees are going to have one of the worst offenses.
No, that's not.
Connor, who is your go of the week?
Wait,
I'm going to let Tommy talk for a second.
I want to defend this. That is not at all what I was saying. And, what's happening?
You're saying your guy's not a go of the week, so no one should vote for you.
What? No. Wait, here's what I'm saying. What you have to take into consideration, too, is that the pitchers are way ahead of the hitters at this point, it looks like. So,
You're saying the hitters are slow.
You know who's not slow? Yoenis Cespedes, baby. Hitting dingers in Mets camp. He's coming back. He's coming back for a big 2020 season. I'm telling you, NL MVP Yoenis Cespedes. I'll just leave it there.
Don't even.
Right. We got sidetracked.
The man hasn't played since 2018. He's not going to be the NL MVP.
Listen, Giancarlo Stanton striking out 3 times at Clark Schmidt, some double-A pitcher. I see Yoenis Cespedes hitting bombs off Seth Lugo, the closer for the Mets last year, who had a 1.6 ERA. I don't hear nothing. Yoenis Cespedes is coming back strong and healthy. He's ready to take over the MLB again. Let's go.
Yeah, but
All right,
let's that means that Clark Schmidt is super good, and that means that the viewers should vote for him as the go of the week and get me.
I don't know, Tommy. You've been throwing out a lot, but we're gonna send it to Connor. We're gonna get back.
All right.
Connor, who is your go of the week?
So my go to the week is going to be Pau Gasol. It was news this past week that he's been making frequent visits to the Bryant house to meet with Vanessa and Kobe's kids, and it's just Paul was always someone who was super close to Kobe while he was teammates, and then even after Kobe retired. So him keeping that relationship there. I mean, he brought a birthday cake to the Bryants for Gigi's 14th birthday, and he's just taking those frequent visits and meeting with the kids. So Paul Gasol just taking that step above and being with a family when they need him is the reason why he's my go to the week.
Yeah, that's definitely a great one. Great to see. Finish off, my go of the week is Messi. So what Messi did was he's actually playing, this one's actually like right now. So this is why people should vote for it.
I don't want to hear that because mine
what was mine? What was Clark
Mine
Schmidt?
right now too. Mine happened yesterday.
So did mine.
But oh yeah, Mike's did happen. Sorry, Mike's counts.
Mine did too.
Dude, Clark Schmidt is like striking out single-A batters at this point. Like,
No.
All right.
Mike, don't get me worked up. All
All right, let's just finish this and then we can talk about it. Messi is the first player to reach 20 assists in a single La Liga season since Xavi in 2009. But also, he is the first La Liga player to have 20-plus goals and 20-plus assists in a single season. And he's second overall in soccer, in the overall sport of soccer, who Thierry Henry also had it at Arsenal. 24 goals, 20 assists in 2003. So the GOAT himself is doing a GOAT of the week thing. Unbelievable. This guy is an unbelievable athlete, one of the best. He's my GOAT of the week for those reasons. Vote for me. I know you want to, but you can vote for the guy who's striking out MLB players. That's totally fine. The double-A kid.
If I don't get my third right here, you guys are wrong.
what are you talking about? We're not the ones voting. Are you saying the fans are dumb if they don't vote for you? How could you attack our fans like that?
Our fans, Connor.
I'll stop attacking the fans when they subscribe to Goat Chat.
Watch out. We have some different options to, get you to subscribe. You don't want to find out those options. Let me tell you right now.
Hit that subscribe button, guys. If you haven't, check out our Tribe Call. It's our new segment. We want to get you guys into some of the episodes, so we're going to call you guys. If you're interested, DM us. Let us know what you want to talk about. I mean, given that it's appropriate in sports, we don't want to be talking about anything that's going to get us banned from YouTube. But yeah, we definitely want to hear from you guys. We look forward to the future of it. And if you like it, let us know. Enjoy it. Comment. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Like the Yankees suck?
Mad Kate, that was uncalled for. That was a little hard.
Tommy, it's okay. They're coming at the Yankees because they're scared. It's okay.
Hey,
What am I scared of? I don't watch baseball.
You guys should be scared of a 6-foot, 240-pound DH named Yoenis Cespedes, okay? Watch out.
okay.
He's a savage in the box.
Oh, he is not a savage in the box. I'll just say this one thing and we can wrap it up. We did the awards.
And that's it for Go Chat.
You didn't pick him to win the MVP. You didn't pick him to win the MVP last week when we picked
No, I'm kidding. He's not going to win the MVP, but
Okay.
I think if he could have some sort of resemblance of what he was in 2015, the Mets got another great bat to their lineup.
Did we even pick the MVP? I don't even think we did.
No, we did. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. I thought we did.
All right. Well, guys, again, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram to be caught up in all this chaos that we have around here and to see Tommy's meme. Also, if you guys have any more memes, please send it to us. That was hilarious. But other than that, guys have anything else to say? All right, let's just send it to the outro. You know how it goes.